What if I told you that there was something that you can do at any time and any place without spending a single dollar to improve the quality of your life? You'd probably be thinking nothing like that actually exists. And you'd be right, in a way. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how nothing may be all that you need in this very moment. Let me explain. Just to clarify, when I say do nothing, I mean giving yourself the permission and the opportunity to just exist without any goal or task in mind. No action is required to do nothing. Now, where did this idea come from? Because we can all obviously say that this isn't a new concept or idea. In fact, the Dutch, who happen to be one of the happiest populations on earth, according to multiple studies about population happiness overall, have a term for this, and that term is niksen, which essentially means doing nothing with the intention of relaxation. Now, just for a bit of context on where I got this idea, there are 4 main points. Firstly, it's the increasing prevalence of hustle culture in our current society. As time progresses, as technology progresses, as society progresses, we all want to find the next big thing. We all want to do better. We all want to make more money. There's tons of pressure from the outside and from the inside that make us want to hustle, essentially, for lack of a better term. And needless to say, hustling means that you're constantly on the move, constantly on the go, constantly trying to do something, never giving yourself a moment of rest or reprieve. Secondly, technological presence in our lives. Now, while technology is definitely a useful tool for all of us, myself included, with my camera recording this video in front of me, the microphone on top, the softbox light to my right, and as you can see my computer and my computer screens behind me, there are also negatives to this as well, particularly fast media. Now, when I say fast media, I'm referring to TikTok videos, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all these forms of media that we have instant access to for quick fixes of dopamine. For me personally, using things like Instagram is useful to connect with my friends and others, but I also fall in the pitfall of swiping up a few reels only to realize an hour later that I've been doing this for an hour. All of that time I spent scrolling mindlessly, I could have spent the time doing nothing and reflecting and relaxing, which would have been more beneficial to myself, mentally, probably physically, and I guess you can say spiritually as well. Thirdly, self-help aimed at productivity and action. Nowadays, all the self-help, or a large majority at least of self-help that you find online, is self-help about productivity, action, doing, goals. Everything is so task orientated. And this is not a negative, as this type of self-help is definitely useful for a lot of people, myself included. I, for example, am reading a book by Ryan Holiday called The Obstacle is the Way, which essentially talks about turning adversity and obstacles into action to achieve your goals. Yet this isn't the type of self-help we always need in order to achieve our goals. Sometimes doing nothing and giving yourself time to relax and reflect might be exactly what you need to achieve your goals. And lastly, we have human nature itself. The human nature to seek more knowledge and resources, ultimately with the idea of progressing our species and ensuring our survival. Take the first humans, for instance. Even thousands of years ago, they were seeking more proficient ways in hunting their predators, ultimately turning the tables and becoming the ultimate predator themselves, and surviving for thousands of years to come. But why should you do nothing? What are the actual benefits? Well, take the point about social media, for example. Social media has a significant impact on the way we live our lives, both positively and negatively. Positively, we're able to stay connected with others in ways that we definitely wouldn't have been able to in the past. But negatively, it takes away from our attention and concentration, among many other things. I single out those two things specifically because a lack of attention and concentration also take away from your ability to achieve your goals, your ability to reflect on yourself, and the ability to give yourself the time to do nothing. By unplugging, you give your brain the much needed opportunity to de-stimulate from all the distractions that come along with social media and technology, allowing it to focus in on itself. And on the idea of focusing in on itself, take meditation for example, a practice developed thousands of years ago with the main aim of doing nothing as a means of achieving spiritual, mental, and physical enlightenment. This practice has been around for thousands of years and even now becomes more and more popular. The benefits of meditation have been studied and have shown to be countless. Doing nothing, in a way, is similar to meditating. Sure, your end goal may not be the same in that you're trying to reach nirvana, for example, but by doing nothing, giving yourself the opportunity to reflect and channel in on itself, you're also achieving a sort of meditation in a way. Meditation of your mind, clearing your thoughts, understanding what you're thinking at the moment, or not thinking. Now, the best ideas usually come to us when we let our mind wander, when we don't have any specific ideas, thoughts, or goals in our mind. And this is a studied phenomenon. Letting your mind wander can help solve problems, enhance creativity, and even help find the meaning of life. If you ever wonder why your most creative or wildest ideas occur to you while you're in the shower, it's because of this very phenomenon. This phenomenon of letting your mind wander. And the only way to truly achieve this, the only way to truly let your mind wander and do its thing, is by thinking and doing nothing. Now for the fun parts. Just like I promised at the start of this video, doing nothing doesn't require any specific location, resources, and can be done whenever you want. Maybe except while you're driving. I don't think that's quite safe. Right now I'm going to show you exactly how to do nothing. Watch carefully, or you might miss it. Are you ready? And begin. Did you see that? I'll show you again. There you go. It's that easy. Now I know the physical component of doing nothing is not difficult to understand or grasp. You could do it right now if you wanted to. But the difficulty doesn't lie within physically doing nothing. The difficulty is giving yourself the opportunity and time to just exist in the moment without any thoughts, without any goals, without any purpose. That is doing nothing. One of the perfect opportunities to practice doing nothing is actually when you're bored. Generally, when you're bored, it means that the task at hand is no longer exciting and fulfilling to you. Usually, you seek out something else, something more stimulating. But I would argue that this is one of the perfect times to practice doing nothing, to practice letting your mind wander and seeing what ideas come to you from it. As I mentioned previously, the best ideas tend to come to us when we let our minds wander. And through doing nothing, this is exactly what you can help yourself achieve. Sometimes doing less is more. Sometimes doing nothing is exactly what you need. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps.